It's just been a few hours since my bride's car was stolen. And I haven't made it back to the base camp yet because I saw water. And for my own solitude, to increase my aptitude, I thought it would be best if we look at water for a minute. And I left my grabbers in the back of the wagon, so we'll head back there and get those. Now we're professional. There's not going to be anything in this creek with the exception of hopefully one lonely little snake that might be trying to get a little bit of about 49 degrees out of here. But chances are not even that one little lonely snake will be out here. This is on the other side of Chiaha Mountain. It's beautiful out here, isn't it? Absolutely amazing. I'm gonna get in there eventually. It just looks super duper 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 slick. Maybe it's not so bad. I'll let you know in a minute. When I break a limb. Isn't it beautiful? To me it is. That's got to be beautiful to anybody. I would imagine that 100 years ago, before there was roads all through Chiaha Mountain and the national forest out here, that people played in these creeks on their rides from one town to the other. Look at all the freshwater snails in here. That's a good sign. There's one piece of pottery broken from afar. An old piece in which a harvest. I need to come down here and metal detect this because there could be, just like every crossing where there's an old creek, usually roads haven't changed much. They just turned into asphalt over time. Which means that people took their horses and wagons in the same place and they stopped and they let their horses drink. And their people probably drank and their children swam. And that's how I have found old coins and stuff, just simply stopping at places like this and metal detecting places with no history other than the history of itself. We've just almost passed the sunshine on top of our shoulders to where it's moving that way a little bit. I started the battle of the stolen sidekick at 4 this morning, as you know if you've watched the previous video. And it is about, what time is it now? 1:55. I'm unsure what time that is in Central Europe. Do you know where your kids are? I remember when I was a kid, that was on the radio in Germany. It's 9 p.m. in Central Europe. You know where your children are. There's so much quartz and everything else up here. You wonder, or I do too, if there could be gold in these here hills. I like that there's not even a simple piece of trash with the exception of that one little broken, looks like maybe a coffee cup or something, piece of cup. I got a story for you. I told my dad this story. Never mind that part. We don't want to jump the gun and gun the jump. So the bearded one is home. We spend a little bit of time together. He's got life and I got life, and it's tough to spend a lot of hanging out time. When it warms up, we'll do more. But his bride called him the other day. He said, hey, no, I went too fast. She was sitting on the couch all alone. Nothing but her and her lovely phone. She didn't have a dog, so she couldn't give it a bone. So she just sat there alone with her phone. But then she smelled a cucumber. But remember, she's at the house all alone with her phone, no dog, so no bone. This is the true story. She smelled a cucumber. And like she always does, she is an expert at figuring out things. Because, you know, her husband, the bearded one, has traveled all over the world with military stuff. And she's kind of figured out how to do well and take care of herself. And we're around and we help when we could, but I'm regressing, or is it digressing? Or is it pre-dressing? Pre-dressing is when you put the dressing right on the salad. So she said, I smell a cucumber, to herself. And she thought to herself, I'm the only one here. Why do I smell a cucumber? We just found waterfalls. Where have I been all my life? Look at that. Wow. Okay. Wonder how slippery that could possibly be. Look what I found. I know I'm not the only one that's found it, but man. Oh, I gotta get Herping Alabama up here. This is absolutely beautiful. I gotta go down there. I got to go down there. So, she's sitting there alone with just her phone. She doesn't have a dog, so she doesn't need a bone. And I really don't want to fall and never make it home, because I don't have a dog, nor do I have a bone. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Isn't that awesome? I've been following Huntsville Adventure. Gosh, I can't remember his name on the Facebook. He's a something's not right. Refresh. It's because there's no service. Anyway, he finds waterfalls and stuff all over Alabama. Absolutely amazing Facebook page. Y'all gotta go check him out. I think he's the Huntsville Adventurer. Tell him I sent you. Tell him I said, hey, tell him to come over here and check this out. Those who are brave would brave that. I gotta go down there. Hold on. I really don't want to fall. That's poison ivy. Remember? Fuzzy root, running up the tree. Fuzzy root. Poison ivy. Hey, I just made that. Okay, remove this burn thing. See if there's a step right here. This is probably not one of my better ideas, is it? I think it's okay. Ah. Oh. I gotta get on the side of those rocks and go out through there. Let's tell the story. Oh my goodness. What is that shaking in my face? It's like shake and bake. Your mama ever make a shake and bake chicken? Oh, I know why I'm slipping. It's so wet. Huh. This thing is really grieving me. Ah, there, I broke it. That's not strong. I really don't want to fall down there. I can't see what's under me. Hold on a minute. Huh. Why isn't there anything strong up here? If I run real fast, I could grab that tree. Oh my goodness. I fell. I'm okay. I really don't want to fall down there. I wouldn't die. Oh, my hiney's wet from just falling right there. But I would probably cry. Probably thinking rattlesnake under here. Waiting for somebody like me to come along. If I can get to that tree. I should have been facing the hill. That's kind of strong. Oh my goodness, we're gonna make. I really don't want to carry this anymore. I gotta get turned around. That's pretty strong. That rock's pretty strong. Huh. Oh, that's falling. That's falling. Okay, we got no choice. You ready? I did it. I did it. Now, question. Yeah, we could get back up. I need to get up. Oh, there's a tunnel. Cave. If there's a bear in there, I'm probably gonna be scared. Oh my goodness, that's a deep hole. I was gonna stick my hand around that rock and hang on, but I changed my mind. This little pine of mine. Can you hold me? You can't hold me. Little pine. I'm grunting. Oh my goodness. I think I've made a mistake. I don't think I can go any farther this way. I could climb up. I made a serious error. I just want to get down there. I just don't want there to be a big timber rattler sunning. anywhere my hands go. No, we're okay. We're okay. We're okay. These are strong. We gotta get over there and somehow get to the bottom. I may find a new way back because I know, I don't want to fall down that. But check it. Here's my thumbnail. Is that a good thumbnail? Do you see the falls behind me? Cheese. I really don't like seeing myself in the camera. Is that really what I look like? Is this my good side, or is that... I know my nose is red. I got some sinus issues. Started taking the one a day. But you know what we ought to do? This is just grieving me. One way to force yourself to get to the bottom is that. So she's sitting there all alone with nothing but her phone. She doesn't have a dog, so she doesn't have a bone. And she said, I smell a cucumber. I would not walk out on that point. It would be pointless. So she's sitting there and she starts Googling. Hey Google, why do I smell a cucumber when I'm in the house all alone? And Google said, it's because you're within striking distance of a venomous snake. Long story short, the bearded one was almost home. Because he had his phone. But no dog. I cannot get over here. But no dog to give a bone. I have erred. Even if I jump to there, it could completely be a catastrophe. I'm gonna have to sit down. I'm still looking for snakes. I like snakes, but I don't like venomous snakes. So she Googles it, and sure enough, it says you're within striking distance of a venomous snake. So she calls the bearded one and tells him, hey Louse, my dear woman, surely you jest. She says, no, you need to get home right now. I smell a venomous snake. And you need to come home right now. I'm not kidding about these rock cliffs. These are the places for venomous snakes. I think they may be good. I think if I go across this, I can simply go back up to the top. So he pulls up. The bearded one says, I need a beard. Woman, there's no venomous snake here. I don't smell cucumbers either. And he sits down. She says, sit down right there. Sit on the couch right there. He sits on the couch right there. And he says, woman, I smell cucumbers. So he gets the vacuum. And he starts vacuuming around the couch. And they pull the couch out and decide, okay, we got the couch out. Let's go ahead and clean. Don't grab that tree. I made it. I guarantee you this was a swimming hole for the days gone by. Look, that's raccoons. They bring the acorns down here. They bring them up on the bank. They wash them and they smash them. They wash and smash, they wash and smash, they wash them, and they eat them. This is amazing. Look at it. This is a better thumbnail. Let's get over here. Ready? Let me fix my hat. How's my hair? Jeez. He starts vacuuming in the little crevices with a little short vacuum. I guess a little battery powered. And starts cleaning. And a copperhead pokes his head out where she'd been sitting. And it goes out and inside the couch again and hides around somewhere else. So he says, okay, I'm a believer, I couldn't leave her if I tried. And they pick up the couch, throw it out in the front yard, and the next day take it to Goodwill for sale. True, the couch stayed out there all night. I'm stretching the truth on that part. Look. You know, the only worst thing that happened to me today is after having a car stolen is to be out here and a bear look over the side and say, hey man, I recognize you from your world famous YouTube channel. How deep is that? My wagon is way back up there. That's a heck of a climb. I'm thinking the tree. Moral of the story is, if you smell cucumbers and you haven't been, hold on, and you haven't been eating cucumbers or cutting up cucumbers, you're within striking distance of a venomous snake, primarily a copperhead. So I mentioned that, hey, there's a cell phone. Oh, it's not a cell phone, but one of those things. And I told as many guys as I could, including Herping Alabama, who's the world's #1. I'm his biggest fan. Oh, goodness. He had never heard that story, or anything true about that. Garmin, that's been buried a minute or 3. GP60CS. They're kind of cool. I thought they were waterproof. I wonder if I can make it work, find out who owns it. Anyway, we should harvest. I'm straight up out of energy. I'm gonna hook the Garmin to my camera, make it a lot heavier. Falling down the hill again. I gotta get back up this. So I told every man I know that story, including my bride and other females. They'd never heard that. It's like, nah, that's a bunch of crap. And even me and the Builder One, or the Builder One and I, thought that's the most ridiculous story I've ever heard in my life. Can't be true. But we are believers now. I gotta climb back up this. I think I can do it better without a camera on. I'll see you at that flat rock. I haven't made it far. So my bride and I and Geronimo are going to, I'm so out of shape. I slipped, hold on. We're going to Oregon. For her senior trip. And where were the Goonies filmed? I forgot to. But we're going. I'm scared to death to fly. But she's pleaded and begged and said, please, let's go. So I'm gonna do it. Any of you guys live in Oregon or have families up there where the Goonies mountains are by the water? We don't know what we're doing other than the fact that we're flying into Oregon. And she wants to do a little hiking or something. I gotta get up this hill. I gotta get home. Brian's gonna get concerned about me. There's no cellular service out here, which means you can't phone home. Okay, camera off again. I gotta. a little further than I was. Sorry, I slipped again. I gotta focus. I grabbed something a minute ago that was a there's a bunch of acorns under there. That's a squirrel. So if you live in Oregon, shoot me an email, alabamaexplorer@gmail.com. If you have any family out there, live out there, we'd love to know some tips. This is that flat rock. I made it. I don't think I can walk on it. This flat rock falls, I'm gonna be in some serious trouble. Oh no, let's get out of here. Oh my goodness, I made it. We went down there and then climbed up this. Why am I so out of shape? I'm like 25 years old. A lot of people say you need to wear hiking boots and a full hiking costume. I say no. You wear those. Huh. Carry a stick. I gotta get this blouse off. I'm getting hot. I think I'm done. So we found that piece of pottery. GPS map. Garmin. I think it's a Garmin. Yeah, it is a Garmin. Mine could be dehydrated and get some life into it again. So tell me, have you ever... Oh, I didn't finish the story. I told everybody I could. Nobody ever heard of that before. So I told my dad. I said she's sitting there in her house all alone. Oh, and smelled cucumbers. He said it means there's a copperhead near. We're in that whole story. And I said, so you've heard that? Obviously he had, or he wouldn't have just set that out so quick. It's hot now. I like to come out here and find an old Winchester or Marlin. You see those are black vultures. A turkey vulture looks almost like a turkey. Those are like black vultures. Look, they're waiting on me. They're absolutely waiting on me to kick the bucket. They're thinking nobody makes it through here. I got news for them. Almost back to the wagon. They heard me breathing hard. They could smell the desperation in my words. So, two things. Tell me if you know any cool snake stories or if you've ever really heard that one. And if you're a guy, don't just say, yeah, dude, everybody knows it. Be honest. And if you're in Oregon, holler at us, email or something. I gotta figure out what my wagon is. It's silent out here now. Thanks for watching my videos.